Good day, investors. Welcome to the 3rd of December 2014 market review. As you can see, the trade for today is called Life Healthcare Group. The code is LHC and the last traded price was 41 Rand 84. The action is to buy the share from a low to a high. Entry level must be 41 Rand 39 on the dotted blue line here. Target will be 43 Rand 89 on the green line, and stop loss to be used is 40 Rand and 69 cents. Looking at the current open trades at this moment, FSR and MMI. Closed trades for today was Shoprite on the 2nd of December. And looking at the top 40 index, this is the top 40 shares on the JSE. You will see the index is the blue line movement here. And it's still trading under the 20-day and the 5-day moving average, but it started to move up yesterday after the previous session's losses. Looking at the Dow Jones Industrials, now this is the Dow Jones of the US markets. This was actually Monday's close where they came down about 51 points. Now, due to good reports that came out in the economy, their market almost moved 102 points higher, and they're currently trading here at the top here of above on a level of 17,879 points, and that is now testing and on new record highs for this index for the current years. Currently, the futures is about 1.5 points positive. That shows a very flat opening. The European markets, the indexes are about 26 points positive, and the South African top 40 index is also currently positive by almost 140 points before market opens at 9 o'clock. Looking at the J200, that's the top 40 index, and I'm going to call up the Bollinger Bands. Now, as you look at this, there's the red line we've drawn up before high levels. There's the tops we spoke about, and here's a bit of a downward slide. Jumped on this bottom line and it broke up. So currently we could expect a bit of a rise happening again. Now, very important, as soon as this index breaks this 44,331 points higher, you could expect it to go back to the 45,000 levels easily, but it still needs to break this green Bollinger Band. Currently trading between the green and the purple, so need to track it very closely. I'm just going to add something on this indication, and I'm going to use a 21-day, 89-day and a 200-day moving average, and let's see where the index is still trading at. On the 21 days, that's the green, the index movement is still underneath in the short term. 89 days, still underneath the red line, and the purple line, the 200, still underneath that action as well. So the momentum is still, after the negative movement, still down, but we need to concur at any time. So that's 44,331 that you see here is going to be a very, very important level to be tested. If it breaks it back to the 45 levels in the short term, definitely. Looking at some shares at this time, here's your Shoprite. Now, if you can look at Shoprite, moved up between the green and the purple, testing these highs, and now it's testing that 23.6. You can see that little bounce there like previous sessions. So 163, 162, 163 is the current low, and it could move higher if that breakups happen on the J200. So you can see this is now a sideways pattern. Looking at Mr. Price, came down in this negative channel, tested this 226.31 levels, currently trading 231, but still trading now under the purple and the green. And if any breakup needs to happen, the green line needs to be broken here if it wants to go higher. Willis, still getting a lot of support, also a bit of a dot up there, but we need to track this one closer. Current trading range is 78.57 to 76.48, currently trading at 78.50. Let's go to the banking shares. Barclays Bank bounced on this 23.6%, on this lows here of the green, on the Fibonacci of 175 Rand, went back to 180. So you can actually indicate this now as a sideways pattern happening. In case it breaks 182.62, then it will go definitely higher. Standard Bank. Now Standard Bank came down the green, broke the 23.6%, And as you can see, there's the downward channel. I just want to call up the moving averages of the 21.89, also still trading under that level. So all of that moving averages are here on this 136.48 levels. Need to track it very closely. Let's go to telecommunication. MTN recovered a bit due to the Nigerian recovering. That's a bit happening, so this is good news, but the share is still trading between the green and the purple line in the downward cycle. Tested this lows here for 210 levels we spoke about. Currently moved back to 214 rand, but that's still not an indication that this is a recovering happening. You could see some bargain hunters starting to come in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add here just for a 10-day and a 20-day moving average, and you can see the momentum is still downwards. There's no green crossing the red upwards like this example or this movement here. The momentum is still downwards. Then I'm going to use a very short term moving average, and we call this a 3 and 9-day moving average. And look at this, the blue line didn't break this green line up as yet, so it's still trading under the green, the red, and even in the short term. So the momentum of this specific share is still in a downward movement. Vodacom went to this high of 135 in this little positive channel. Even if the market went high, this one did the opposite. Again, showing you the volatility in this specific share as well. But it seems to be in a high, and it could come down now again if the market wants to go higher to 135 back to most probably 150s. Let's go to another share called Imperial. Now this is very important. Green line is the positive channel, Imperial is the blue line movement. Still moving higher, it's still trading between the green and the red channel upwards. Still good, no problem there. Here comes the problem. Green of the support, green of the Bollinger Bands, and there's 23.6%. At any time if it breaks this level here, this cross with these three indications, 196.13, the share could come down into a negative channel. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add a 10 and 20-day moving average. You can see there's the green being broken by the share price as well. At any time, if you're going to see this kind of action here where the green goes through the red down and green goes through the red down, you're going to have a fourth indication that this share is going to break down. But keep a close eye at the 196 level. Currently trading at 196.73. If this share Imperial needs to come down, it could bounce and go up again. But before you go down, look at that four indicators as a confirmation. Looking at Old Mutual. Now, Old Mutual was in the downward channel. I'm going to call up the Bollinger Bands here. It came down to the 34 rand. Didn't break this 34 rand for physical downward movement at all. Still in a sideways pattern here in the trading range 34-35 at this stage. INP, it's Investec. We were waiting for this low here on the 23.6% and on the purple line. Nothing happened at all. Calling up the moving averages of 10 and 20. The share did break the green, did break the red, but getting a bounce on the 23.6% on this 100 rand level. No confirmation as a breakdown as yet, so keep a close track eye on these specific shares as well. Traders, enjoy your trading.